Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I'm your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid near Bral.
Hi everyone, I'm Daikami-sama and I play Solas of Ebha, who is half-elven cleric mage of Ogma.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Bral. Been reading Dragonlance. It's weird.
Hello everyone, I'm Sinlin Moda. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Greyspace.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage.
Hey there, I'm Sarkad. I play Lafdul Moonglade, an elven specialty preserver of Illicir, and occasionally a thief. He's from Realm Space. From Evermeet, you know, where all the proper elves are from. And his gimmick is coming up with fun titles, and my title today is the Serenity-Seeking Sordid Sound Squelcher, because I have not been annoyed at all this entire week by my neighbour. So I am biased. So,
It's a miracle.
Isn't Evermeet where the prim and proper elves come from?
Proper like, you know, right?
I mean, all sorts live there, except Dro. For viewers who wish to give players some boons for the game, 500 bits will get them a reroll, a player or dungeon master of your choice. As it stands right now, Braxon has 2, Finn has 1, Ockar has 1, Lafdul has 0, Leva has 3, Solas has 4, and I, the Dungeon Master, have 11. So we left off last time. Yes, a Dungeon Master of your choice. So you can choose me, or you can choose me.
No one else.
Or you can choose me. You can have any Dungeon Master you want, so long as it's Auld.
You just reminded me of like the Might and Magic games when you tried to click on their voice actor icon. Choose me. You kept doing that in slightly different pitches.
Yeah. The Dracophiles just voted for one of us to take over the game, but I don't think we've got communism on this channel.
Chooses a better DM. Well, congratulations, Dracophile. You've chosen me. So we left off last time. You are, as a group, have a lawsuit levied against you. And the initial hearing is 5 days away. Now, Lafdul had done some reconnaissance at the end of last session. Lafdul, what would you share with the players, with the other characters, the next morning about what you learned?
During the meeting, so I did some investigation last night, and my sources tell me that we're also being sued for, remember that boat incident when we blew up a tavern? That as well. That expanding boat that Jill took off us. I think Higgins wanted to try to see how that plays out, and it blew up the tavern. Well, smashed a ball in. Apparently, he was in the next room. He was planning a meeting.
No, he was outside.
Oh,
and it smashed through the roof. He got hit by a roof tile.
I stand corrected.
So, another accident.
I also asked my god if he was cursed, and he just burst out laughing.
That's probably a yes.
He says more along the lines of he wish he did, you know, or something like that.
What you said there, James.
Yeah, it still sounds like he might be cursed, but your god wishes that he would have cursed him.
So, does this change anything with you guys? What you've learned?
No, there's validity to the claim.
It's bad that 2 things have happened to him.
Maybe he's been cursed by Loki.
I think we should probably offer him some compensation, but not accept that we are deliberately targeting him. How could he be in all the places where we are?
Well, if he
Bral is
could genuinely
not
be
that a
cursed.
big place.
I think a good fit of it is probably wrong time, wrong place.
Yeah, well, 2 times is a coincidence. Let's find out if this has happened anywhere else.
We'll probably
So-
figure it out when he tells us about it when we meet with him later.
Lafdul, you'd definitely
The-
gotten the impression from that there were more incidents in question.
Yeah, I figured, but I'm
There-
going to do some more digging. Hopefully, come up with some more of the charges levied against us.
And hopefully the lawyers can give us an idea since they're supposed to look into it.
Well, you haven't hired a lawyer yet.
I thought we had agreed to hire the more expensive ones last time.
You only got through one day last session.
Oh.
We were waiting on the information that I had because it would probably lower the asking price of any information seeking that they have to do.
Yeah, we
Would
agreed
that
to.
be after, or would that be agreed upon price post case? As in, this is what we this is what we had to figure out. So we're charging you for this. But if we can provide that information before they tell us that information,
I
then
thought they
do
were
we get
charging us
that
daily.
charge?
You're
I thought they
charged.
were
Yeah,
charging us
these-
daily.
You're charged
Yeah,
daily.
these are just like additional
Hold on,
things
hold on,
we're
hold
also
on,
being
hold on,
charged
hold on,
for.
hold on. Regardless of which one you get, you're charged daily plus expenses. And
Yeah, I'm trying to reduce expenses.
and them figuring out what you're charged with if you go with Javlar's Esquire is an expense. So you will basically get a bill afterwards.
For all the information we're missing, or is it just a flat?
You would guess it's probably going to be a flat thing.
Yeah.
Still want to go with the more expensive one?
Yeah, the odds are, well, it depends how things play out, but there's a reasonable chance I can get the information tomorrow, the charges against us.
Yeah. Well, assuming you lot still want to go with the more expensive one, we're going to arrange a meeting where we hire them. Yeah. And if you think you can arrange that information instead of us getting them to do it, we can tell them we don't need them to do that.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do anything until, obviously, tonight. And obviously, it'll be the next day.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
We-
another
we-
day
we
we
did-
lose out on.
We did talk about it, and I put into my notes that we agreed to go and meet them, go to the lawyer next day.
But I mean, again, they don't have to go and get this information for you. Like they were offering to do
Correct.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah. We don't have to ask them to do that because Lafdul can do it.
We could, if we
And
can delay
if-
it one
if-
day.
Well,
I
If
think
I can't
no,
get
but we are
anything,
not going
but-
today. You said tonight. You said you.
No, I mean, about
delay-
we hire them on.
we can
We
say
don't ask them for the finding out the information fee, or we can come back to them a day later if
Yeah.
I can't find anything out.
You can
Yeah.
definitely do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then we don't get their massive bill.
No, at least I try to mitigate as much as I can of it.
They might charge us for other stuff as well, and they're going to charge this rich guy.
Oh,
For
yeah,
the other lawyers are going to stack up all the charges for him as well.
Question is, are we trying to countersue?
The problem is I don't want to settle because I feel like if we do that, that would open up the opportunity for other people we've accidentally wronged to start suing us as
No.
well.
Well,
I'm
this
not
guy's
su- I'm
got
not-
legitimacy behind his argument.
I'm not talking about settling. I'm talking about a payment where we do not admit liability, where we say, yeah, we were in the area, we weren't targeting you, and we're going to give you this money.
Isn't that still settling?
Yeah, that's still settling.
That's still settling. That's settling by definition.
I mean, you could also see it as a bribe. Bribe him to drop the case, as opposed to a settlement.
Yeah, but he's not going to. I mean, we could go talk to him, but like if we had a hearing between his lawyers and him and our lawyers and us, yeah, we could talk to him there. But like if this don't happen till we go before a judge, I will be in favour of going and dropping some money on the judge's desk and say, we don't know who this guy is, but this happened. We've investigated and we've realised that this and this is true. So we're offering this money, regardless of how you find in the case. And you could call it a bribe, but it isn't. It is a
bribe or a settlement. It's one of the two.
It's what's called insurance and interim payment, where you offer people money without accepting liability.
Right, but also keep in mind, the legal system here is a bit more free-form than our modern system. So,
no, I realize that.
And you can have, there's multiple ways for you to kind of make this go away if you want to do that. You can just, under the table bribe him, say, hey, look, drop the case entirely, and we'll give you X amount of money. Or you can go to the magistrate and say, here are our terms. Here's the settlement that we're offering. Again, there's nothing wrong with making a settlement offer, because he'll either accept it and everything is done, or he'll refuse it and then you continue on. So you can always make the offers, and you can make multiple offers if they're rejected. So
I think before we decide on a settlement, we should know what he wants damages.
We don't find that out until 5 days' time, when the court case has already started, and then we're at the mercy of the judge. So I think we go see the lawyers today, and we see what Lafdul can find out, and we make a reasonable offer of a settlement, and see if he will settle and cancel the court case. If he still wants to go ahead, then it can be on record that we've offered a settlement.
Do remember that everything is not decided on that first session of court.
Oh, I understand. Yeah. I understand.
But
there's going to be days after that we have time to prepare our defenses and such.
I understand.
The reason why I think we should wait until we get an idea of what his demands are when it comes to what he wants in damages, so that we can think of a reasonable settlement offer, because otherwise we might lowball him too much.
It doesn't matter.
Might even insult him.
It doesn't matter. He thinks that we've been persecuting him, and he thinks we've tried to put his business out of business, and he's gunning for us to pay for his business that's going to fold. Yeah?
Question.
That's not something we did.
Yes, Lafdul.
The Thieves Guilds, this is obviously something I'm thinking about, but I would probably be aware of. The Thieves Guilds have a rough idea of what, when someone pays protection, it's based on is it a flat rate, or is it dependent on the business?
It's usually flat rate based on the size of the, the building footprint and stuff like that.
All right, so they don't take into consideration what the business is, then. I mean, I was trying to get an idea. They knew how.
I mean, yeah, they would. Like a jewelry shop doesn't need a big giant warehouse, whereas if you were selling bulk food and bulk leather, then you do. And they will take that into account, but it's also pretty free form. So, it's not like they do you know, like they can't see the books, so they don't know how much someone is actually making and stuff like that. But yeah, they absolutely would charge like a jewelry shop more protection than a big bulk food commodity warehouse.
Yeah.
But in general,
I had
you know, like if you have a big jewelry shop, then you're going to be paying more than a small jewelry shop would, generally based on the footprint.
I did have a follow-up question. I've completely forgotten since this conversation went up for so long.
Sorry.
So maybe I remember at one point. There was something to do with his income.
You would be able to.
No, that was an idea.
Go ahead.
I remember now. If the Thieves Guild have an idea of his income, or I might have inquired. Well, actually, would I have inquired? I probably wouldn't have actually. That's something I could do at some point in the day, is to inquire if they have any records of his income. Then I've got a rough idea of maybe an idea of what his turnover is, so we can at least get a rough estimate of how much he might think he can get away with.
They would not.
Is it less than 10,000?
They would not have any of that.
Right.
And the reason, in part of it is because like.
So I need to find that out.
If you want to try to find it out, you can. But the Thieves Guild will not have that information. They don't particularly care.
Would they?
They don't particularly care, because here's the thing: if someone can't pay protection because they're not making enough money, Thieves Guild doesn't give a crap. If they fold, someone else will eventually move in. Maybe they'll make more money, and they'll be able to pay the protection. So, like the protection money is not a like, they're not trying to shutter businesses, but if that, you know, making them pay protection causes them to shutter, the Thieves Guilds do not care. And this is across the board in all the Thieves Guilds.
Yeah. But if they think they can squeeze more out of someone, they think they would.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
loose interest of how much they have then.
Yeah, I mean, like, you would have definitely gotten the impression that the amount that they're charging him is pretty standard for his type of business. He does import-export, mostly commodities, and he doesn't specialize in anything. He is very much a whatever he can get a good deal on.
Just a pawnbroker or something.
Well, no, I mean, it's commodities. Commodities are goods that are basically so generic it doesn't matter who makes them. They're functionally the same. Like an iron bar. It doesn't matter if you're getting it from a human mine, a dwarven mine, an elven mine, a goblin mine. An iron bar is an iron bar, kind of thing.
Say that to an enchanter.
Yeah, but for the average person,
is fine.
For the average person, an iron bar is an iron bar. You know, your blacksmith does not generally care where it's coming from because they're all the same. Now, obviously, if they need special materials or they need a higher quality, that's different. That tends to fall in the realm of special orders. But you know, like wheat doesn't matter where it's coming from; it's wheat, kind of thing. You know, if you're talking about basic standard wheat. Wool, basic standard wool, doesn't matter where it's coming from. So that's what a commodity is. It's these basic materials that, you know, and to a certain extent, like a longsword is a longsword is a longsword. Doesn't matter who makes it, doesn't matter where it's coming from, they're almost all interchangeable.
Unless they're magic, but that's...
Right, weird. But that's what I mean, is like, I'm talking about the average goods.
Yeah.
This is the morning after, right? So I forgot to change up my spells, so I'm changing them up.
So that's the kind of thing he deals in. Primarily commodities. Sometimes he does special orders, and like if he doesn't normally deal in gems, but you've gotten the impression through some you know, asking around, stuff like that he got a good deal that he thought he could turn around for a good profit, and then boom, you know, soaked up the market for gems for a while. So he now has to sit on them or try to find some other way to get rid of them. And that's a lot of capital that he is sitting on. So,
well, let's hope you don't get robbed.
I mean, that could be a thing that you guys try to organize, or someone organizes, you know.
No, we won't organise it. I'm just like, he's going to stay in court and go, I bought these diamonds and I can't sell them. They're all in my house. I can't shift them. Like every thief in Bral is going to try and rob him.
Well, I mean, he's got guards on his warehouse.
Actually, out of curiosity,
that's part of the reason why he pays the protection.
Yeah,
Right.
wouldn't that fall under our guild's responsibility to at least protect him from other guilds?
Yeah. So if he got robbed by the Red Masks, then yeah, the Juggler's Men would have to do something about that. Either try to recover them or compensate him.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
So potentially
awful.
A guild war might break out.
That's an awful idea for Lafdul. No, because that works against my guild.
You mean it's stealing the diamonds or gems?
No, somehow letting slip to a well-known spot that a certain warehouse has a lot of gems to various thieves guilds, so they suddenly target this place. That the risk is definitely worth the potential fallout. And then it's like, who would leak that?
Unfortunately, because you have, for a time, killed the market for gems, they wouldn't make a whole lot of money on that compared to at a normal time.
Well, no, it could be something valuable to cause them to come in, so I don't know.
All right, but it is the next morning. You guys had planned, I think, around midday to go hire the lawyer that you chose. Was there anything anyone wanted to do in the morning before that? Like, you've had this discussion with Lafdul. He's shared some information that he's gained, kind of thing.
I'm planning on casting Commune.
Okay.
Oh.
And I have a few questions myself, and I did post to the group in the group chat for rest of the party to think of questions. If they do not think of questions, then I will use rest of the questions for spell research.
Oh.
Okay.
I did not see that message.
Dedicate the entire spell for that, or normally?
I mean, I have a certain amount of questions I can ask, and I have two of my own, and the rest I'm either using for a spell research, or if you can come up with other questions.
All right, let's while people are thinking about whether they will have anything, is there anything anyone else wanted to do so we can give people some time to think about potential questions? Or is there anything that anyone is planning to do today that, like, they're not going to go join the rest of the party to hire the lawyer? They want to go do their own thing.
I want to. There's something I forgot to do at some point. Nobody just remembered to do it now, so it kind of have to be at some point today. I wanted to use no alignment on this person, this individual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have that memorized the day before?
Yeah. But obviously, there's a chance he wakes up, so that might be a retconning.
I'm okay.
I mean, I was invisible, so
yeah, I'm okay.
Whether or not that would have broke the invisibility, because it's not necessarily hostile.
No, it's not. Does he get a saving throw for that?
I believe he does.
Saving throw is to negate.
Yeah.
Basically, you don't learn the alignment if they save.
Okay. Lawful neutral.
Okay. That was that done last night or today?
That was done last night. I'm fine with it.
Alright, so you can change that spell out. I would have given an idea of his general disposition as well.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is thing about the whole wire thing. Otherwise, I don't have any idea what else I would do today.
I'm sorry. What was like? I think you might have slightly broken up or something like that. What were you saying that you were gonna do?
I said the only thing that I could think of that I could do is check in on the whole Squire thing.
Oh yeah. I mean that's up to you. That's
yeah.
fine.
I think I'll do that.
Okay. Is that going to be instead of going to the lawyer or like after?
That would be after we go to the lawyers.
Okay. Finn, were you still planning on watching the warehouse?
Yes.
Okay. Did you want to do the whole day?
Yep.
Okay.
And
Alright.
this time I think I will be some
Fair.
kind of a bird of prey.
There aren't a whole lot of birds of prey on Bral.
Hawk? Pet hawk?
I mean, yeah, but that would be a pet. That would be...
Escaped.
You know what? Maybe I'll be a Gullion.
Okay. Gullions are very, very common.
Question is, if I cast like Sacred Guardian on him, for example, even if he wanted to, if he gets attacked by a random encounter, as it were, that's going to trigger that, right?
Yeah.
Or was it whether or not he genuinely feels threatened by the thing?
It's not if he feels genuinely threatened. It's if he is.
If he's
attacked,
threatened,
yeah.
and then he means.
Yeah.
So even if you're walking down the street as a human, you get a cat hisses at you.
No.
He goes to attack you.
No, because a cat. I mean, if a cat actually attacked you, and I don't mean just like swiping at you when you try to pet it. I mean like
biting your leg.
Like flew out of a window and you know dropped on your head and is like clawing and biting at you and you're trying to get it off and it is staying on you. That would be an attack. But a cat hissing on you at you is more of just a hey, I don't like you and you're getting too close to me kind of thing. That's not an attack. It would literally be.
Thinking of.
It would literally be like. This thing is actually attacking you, as opposed to this thing is just warning you. Like a cat or a dog can nip at you or swipe at you with a claw or something like that, more as a warning to leave it alone, rather than I'm attacking you. I want to injure you. Like the thing has to want to injure you. So like. If Finn is there and another Gullion is like, hey, you're in my territory, I'm just going to squawk at you and peck at you a little bit to try to get you to move, that's not an attack.
All right, that was the distinction I was trying to make.
But if there's a bigger house cat that thinks that's a suitable prey and attacks, that would be an attack.
Yeah, but of course it's up to Finn if he wants a spell like that on him.
I was just thinking if someone wise is up to you, that was all. It's up to you if you want it. I had it memorized now. Since you're away from us all the time, seemingly.
That's one of the reasons I'm using a different form every day.
You don't want it then? You're alright?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so, Solas. You get ready to cast your commune. I think I've had enough time for people to think of it if there's anything that they want to do or ask. Let me just take a look around at the spell description. Alright, so how many questions do you get?
I get 9 questions.
Okay. Are you asking your... Okay, yeah, you're contacting your god or agents of your god.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you said that you had 2 questions to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go for the first one.
Is the merchant that is suing us cursed?
No.
Okay, the second one is there some outside influence that is pushing them to do this lawsuit against us?
I don't know.
Okay. Is there? Does the merchant have any connections to any organizations that we have had run-ins?
No.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else have
Is
any
there
questions? Or I'm sorry, Solas, were you done or?
those were the questions that I came up and that was given to me.
Okay. Did anyone else think of anything?
I know this question was never posed as a question, but what Sealand asked, I wonder how much those gems would cost. That's actually a good idea to know how much money he's lost out on. Something along that line, if you understand my reasoning.
I guess I could ask about that.
I get the god. Well, it's the trivial thing, but for a god, I'd assume.
Yeah, but part of the problem is like so much of it comes down to negotiation and stuff like that. That you get an I don't know.
Yeah.
You could say is
so.
the total amount of gems that he would have sold less than 20,000 or something? I don't know.
No, you get an I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because there are so many variables.
Actually, so generally, like it would have been that second question specifically because you are supposed to, like be asking yes or no questions, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
would the only question I can think of is the guy cursed with bad luck?
No,
Well,
already asked.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did already ask if they are cursed.
yeah.
When you said outside influence for suing us, I meant like, are they cursed for why they keep having accidents around us?
Right, but that was the first question.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
my first
the
question
person
was
might
if
not
they
be
are cursed.
but
Leva,
they
did
might have a
I
cursed
hear
item.
you start to ask something?
Sorry, who?
Leva? Did I hear you start to ask something?
Not right now, before,
Okay.
but I can wait until you've finished.
Okay.
Does he have a cursed item? That's different from being cursed, so.
Yeah. Well, one of my questions was already asked, but I suppose another one you could ask, which might help us, is it a complete coincidence that he was in those locations where we were?
Yeah, coincidence. That's a good one.
Well, I could ask that, yes.
Unknown.
Ah,
that was too good.
So it was not a complete coincidence.
Answer not found.
No, the answer is I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you need to drill down on the individual occasions, like maybe the night he was hit by the sword. Was he already intending to go where he went?
I would have mentioned that.
Or did he get told to go there at the last minute?
No, he went straight to one of the guards, I think, or something, or
No,
to the
that's not.
lower watch.
That's not what I mean. What I mean is, was he intended? Was he planning to be in that part of Bral, or did somebody tell him to go there?
Was he influenced
Oh, right.
to be in our way every time?
Yeah. Which we kind of asked sort of already, but I think we could nail it down to the individual things. and maybe get some information.
Well, I
I
mean,
guess I could ask about the first or the boat incident.
well, which one do you want to ask, and how do you want to phrase it?
I will ask about the sword incident, and I phrase it in a way that basically, was it his plan to walk through that area when he left his home, or something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, thought so that it might be. I don't know. Any other questions that party can come up with?
That sounds like a nope.
Yeah.
If it's only, I have questions, but none of them are yes or no questions.
If they could be answered with a very brief, like 3 or 4 words kind of thing, as opposed to like a detailed answer, then that's generally that can be okay too.
I mean, the most pressing thing is how much does he want from us, which would just be a number.
It's not gonna know that.
No.
Yeah.
So like keep in mind your deity is not omniscient, cannot see into someone's mind.
Yeah.
Like asking if they're cursed, that's more, that is an external influence upon them, magical, kind of thing. They can know that kind of thing. But
I got one. Are there more people in town that we've wronged like this that might seek lawsuits against us next?
Solas, do you want to ask that?
It'll depend
I
on
feel
the
like
outcome.
I feel like the answer to that is going to be I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely I don't know, because it varies on this situation, which the god doesn't necessarily know the outcome of.
Or I guess more people in the city that we've wronged, like how we've wronged this guy, with constantly ruining stuff for him.
I think being told I
Hang
don't
on.
know by your god is better than not using all the questions. But yeah, you could wait till you got other ideas.
I've got one.
Mm-hmm.
When I was doing the memory read on him,
Yeah.
and he obviously got the sword instant, then he got the boat instant. Were they like numbered like the first and second charge? The way the guy was speaking to the lawyer, the first thing, then this was the second thing.
No, so that was more like he was like just kind of like telling them narratively about why he wants to sue, what happened, what the wrong done against him was. So it was more
basically ranting.
I was doing this, and then this happened, and then later this happened, kind of thing.
Right. Okay.
You try pot of luck. What's the third charge levied against us, or the fourth charge?
Again, it only gives.
I mean, it would be on a piece of paper.
Words.
It's a god reading a piece of paper.
I mean, can we get like, can we get like, how many charges are levied against us?
Yeah, that's actually a good one. How many charges?
Well, I'll ask about that.
You would get.
Oh, and also, how many of those charges are true?
Let's wait for this answer first.
That would probably be a better thing to ask because, again, this is kind of going to be it's not exactly charges, and I know I've used that myself, but
cases.
It's more of a narrative of how often you have wronged him, and he's going
How many
to
of the
go through
accusations
that.
are?
Okay. So, how many of the accusations are true?
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, thought so.
I'd like to see the look on Solas' face when he learns that.
Yeah, when you already confirmed 2 of the cases.
Well, like I thought, this is going to be a case of us, if we do go to court, of us
Mitigating it.
of us saying, of us being like, we didn't even know you existed. We weren't even targeting you. We were. This happened on the course of us trying to help people or trying to save the city. That kind of thing. Oh God. Oh, I'm out of questions.
All right, anyone else? I think you have 3 more.
Yeah, I think so.
Did Leva get to ask her question?
I have no question.
Oh, I thought you had one.
Not
No,
for.
I was just talking with Braxon about refining his question.
Okay.
Here's Solas. Does he get up to any illegal activities? On Bral, rather, should I say, or within his business. So however way you want to word it, but...
You mean the merchant that is suing us?
Yeah.
I guess Solas
Is
could
this
ask
merchant
about
an honest merchant?
Yeah, I guess Solas could ask about that.
Yes.
Yeah, thought so.
Well, wait. Hold on. Were you asking, is he an honest merchant, or were you asking, does he get up to anything illegal?
If he was
I'm
an
asking
honest
if
merchant.
he's an honest merchant.
The integrity of the character, I guess, would be implied.
To a degree would be your response.
So he stretches the truth like any merchant, you know, he gets what he can.
Or like your guild told you that pretty much any merchant will do a bit of smuggling if they can get away with it.
Does that give you any follow-up questions then? Does he do anything illegal then, should we say?
Has he broken any Bral's laws while doing business here?
Yes.
When was the most recent one?
Has he broken any other laws excluding potential smuggling?
Unknown.
Unknown. And I think that would be that.
Yeah.
So Leva will cast Omen.
Okay.
And the Braxon will be happy about that. She will cast Omen in view of the lawsuit that we are seeing, and she wants to know how good our chances are with the expensive lawyer.
Give me a second. First of all, Wild Surge. Okay. Or level variation, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. You are wondering what kind of omen you have towards for hiring the expensive lawyer.
Yes.
Correct? Favorable omen.
Good. She passes that on to the group.
Sounds good.
It looks like Finn had a question that he wasn't able to ask.
For the commune?
Yes.
It's too late now. We're out of questions.
Well, what was it?
It was about the number of the charges.
Thank you, Finn.
That there was a discussion about that, and that would not have been like again. It was like a more of a narrative thing. Like there's a number of incidents, but this is all going to be strung together as a narrative as opposed to like point 1, point 2, point 3 kind of thing.
Like one overarching charge.
Yeah, I mean it's a lawsuit, so it is about trying to convince people that you are correct and they are not. Okay, so what are you guys thinking?
I'm thinking we should go see the lawyers.
Well, Lafdul, you told us that you wanted to go this evening and do some reconnaissance or talk to your friends and get some more information, correct?
Yeah, we can hire the lawyers on, but we'll hold off on them getting the charges against us their way until tomorrow if my end turns up nothing.
Okay. So after casting the omen, Leva is even more of the opinion that we should go with the expensive one.
Okay. I mean, they do have a good reputation, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so everyone who wants to go, ready to go. Finn is watching the warehouse, so he's not going. Is there anyone else not going?
Solas would continue what he started last time, basically going around tavern to tavern to spread good stories about us.
Okay.
You know, Solas, that if you want, Leva can help you with coming and casting some illusions to show things.
If you have spells memorized, it doesn't help. Doesn't harm at the time to say.
Well, if it doesn't help, I won't come.
It would help.
Well, if you told her yesterday that then she would definitely memorize some of those spells.
Entertain.
I think
Solas
would have told. I think Solas would have told the party that what he spent yesterday doing, and that he would be doing that more. Since Solas doesn't really know that many people on Bral that the company has interacted during adventures.
She will come and help you, but only she wants to go and see the lawyer.
Can I ask a quick question? Old.
Yeah, well, Lafdul had something as well.
Okay. Do you want to go first, Lafdul, or? So I was going to ask how I was only going to ask how long we thought it would take to hire the lawyer.
Probably a few hours at the very least. You got to sign contracts and stuff.
Yeah.
And
they'll like go over the start of your defense and everything like that. Yes, Lafdul.
Okay. If you make a show of it near where this person operates, rather than if you do whatever you're gonna do, improve your reputation, do it specifically where he operates, because he might coincidentally see you and see if he challenges you.
I think it's better to do it.
I don't think it's a bad thing if he challenges you.
Well, it depends on multiple things, like what he's challenging me about and such.
Well, you're also one of the newer members of the company.
Yeah.
Oh, the lever is there, so. Yeah.
Besides, if we want to influence the jury pool, I think we want to spread around the stories.
No, it's fine. It would be an interesting conversation or a potential settlement indirectly, because there's a chance he might just see you and just talk, So you're the company, blah, 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 that I've heard so much about. It's a dark. It starts like that. And you're doing something innocent.
let's tackle that when we actually encounter the situation and just go
Yeah.
ahead and do stuff at the moment. If we meet him, it's okay. If we don't, then it's okay too. But let's
I
let's
was
handle
trying to
that when
stack
it
it,
happens.
that was all.
I mean, you've got other days to do this as well, so
Yeah.
you know.
Let's just focus on what we need to do right now.
So Leva, if you want to like meet Solas like in the afternoon,
Mhm.
and then spend the evening going around together, while Solas spends the the earlier parts of the day going around, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if
Okay.
that's something you two want to do.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So Lafdul, Ockar, Braxon, and Leva, you're going to go to the lawyer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Braxton's going, but
Mhm.
it was the others that wanted to hire this guy, so I'm not going to say too much.
That's fine.
But Braxton will be there, of course.
Okay. All right. So you make your way to the lawyer's office right here, and you are conducted into the office of Javlarst himself. He welcomes you and says, "Ah, yes, I believe you spoke with one of my associates a couple days ago about this the other day,
Yes.
about hiring us potentially." Well,
Yes, sir.
first of all, what can you tell me about the case against you? What do you know of it?
Well, there's this man, this merchant. I think I need to scroll back up to find the name.
Braudel
It's at the bottom
Faldrick.
right.
Braudel Falderic, who is accused us of singularly targeting him and trying to ruin his life and business.
So it's looking for compensation based on events that have influenced him because he's just been in the area at the time. We're trying to prove our mitigation. That it was just coincidence that you were in the area. We had good intentions, but unfortunately you were there at the wrong time. And obviously stuff plays out as it did.
Basically, that he's kept getting mixed up in accidents while we were doing our adventuring work.
Okay. Well, we can definitely defend you in this, assist you in your defense. I believe you were informed that our fee is 90 gold pieces per hour.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right.
Per hour?
Yeah, 90 gold pieces per hour of work.
Ooh, this per day.
I thought we were told per day.
Nope,
No,
per hour.
it was per hour.
Okay,
Mm.
well, whatever.
Well, that's like 2,000 gold a day.
So, right,
Mhm.
but they have other cases that they're working on too. They're not going to be working on your case exclusively every day.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay.
So a few hours a day be reasonable.
Yeah, and then every hour that you're in court that they're there. Kind of
Yeah, and we're not gonna be in court all day, hopefully.
Let me ask, is that including the expenses? Or is
No,
that on
plus
top?
expenses.
Okay.
Okay.
And you are that is acceptable to you?
We are.
It has to be.
It has. Yeah. Yes.
All right. Well, then, which of you is representative for transactions for the company of the Broken Sword?
That
Technically the
would
captain.
that would be the Captain Braxon.
All right. Sir Braxon, if you would
Sir
just
Lafdul.
sign this right here. It's more of
Okay.
an informal, sir. So
Yeah,
he presents you the contract.
Braxton will sign the contract.
Okay.
Without
Signed away
reading.
your life.
I'm sorry, what was that, Solas?
Without reading the contract. I
Yeah,
guess
you
so.
always read the contract before you sign it, but I think it's just a shorthand of what all's been going on about.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to read it?
Go on in, Braxton. Read
Yeah.
it.
Okay. And I
You've
mean, anyone
prepared
else
it.
can read it too if you want.
I guess I'll read it as well.
So does Leva.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lafdul as well.
Okay. you know, if you want, if you don't say that you're reading
We
it,
don't
then
know that you prepared a thing.
I didn't actually, but everyone give me
See?
an intelligence check, please.
An intelligence check.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Right.
Sorry, we got one of the wizards in the party.
Come on.
Lafdul's used to reading fine print. Thieves Guilds try to get one over him all the time.
Actually, Ockar, do you have any proficiencies related to law?
Oh, local history.
No, but I'm reading the law book.
Okay. I will stick with the intelligence check then. All right.
Just.
So
Oh, you got exactly then.
Leva and Lafdul both succeeded. So did Braxon. And Ockar is the one who did not. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so far as you can tell, it's pretty boilerplate. You don't see anything that jumps out at you as questionable.
Okay.
It's just outlining that 90 gold pieces per hour, and they will assist in your defense. This is your requisite to pay, no matter the outcome of the trial, and of course expenses is additional fees. And it does say that they will give you a line item listing of expenses if you wish it at the end.
Yeah. So Braxton does Braxton have to write down? We want the line item expenses.
No, it's just
Or
if you request it at the end, they will provide it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd gather that some people are just like, yeah, just do whatever.
Yeah. Braxton
just tell me how much it is and I'll pay it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Braxton will say we will want the line item expenses because we've got shareholders. The shareholders is us, but that's he doesn't need to know that.
All right, and it does say that Braxon, as the undersigner, you will be financially responsible if the company reneges on any payments.
That's fun.
So.
They'll all go off without me with the ship, and I'll be living on the underside.
All right, so you go ahead and sign it. I mean, first, I guess before, does anyone have any specific questions about it?
That's where you should use magical ink. Disappearing ink. I didn't sign nothing. There's no ink. There's no
we can't
there.
get out of this. Look, you guys wanted us to go with these people. We're going to sign the contract.
Oh no, I'm just making fun of the situation. I'm fine with it. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And you're actually signing multiple copies. You will get a copy of it. So.
Okay. Thank you.
But if no one has any questions about it, Braxton, you go ahead and sign it. Correct?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So, with that, he hands you your copy, and then he says, now, to get down to business, we had said that we do have some friendly... We have a friendly rivalry with Holstoy and Gavich, and we can try to learn what the actual allegations are against you. Is that something you wish us to do?
Hold off a day?
Absolutely.
Yeah, not at this time. We've got someone working on that for us.
That is understandable and reasonable. Now,
we say what at least 3 of them are that we know of.
We will let you know if we want that done. So I'll change that from hold off a day to we'll come back to you and say, can you do that, please? If we change our mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we'll probably know tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Leva.
Leva has a question to the lawyer. What timeframes are we talking about? And would character witnesses, yeah, would they be useful in such a case?
For the first question, the initial hearing, because you would have brought in the summons that you had, and he would have read over that. He says the initial hearing is to prepare for getting the jury or concilium at your choice. It is to set the start of the trial itself, and normally it is about 1 to 2 weeks from that initial hearing when court will begin.
Okay.
Without knowing exactly what you are, what the plaintiffs wish to say, I cannot say how long it will take, but in my experience, these sorts of things tend to last a few days to a week.
Mm-hmm. Can we sort of delay a little bit if we need more time in things like that?
We can certainly make a motion to delay, but the plaintiffs get a chance to rebut to that. And in my experience, unless it is a very, very good reason, that is, such things are not given.
Okay.
For example, good
second-
reasons would be like deathly ill and need a week to recover from your illness, kind of thing.
Okay. And what about the second question?
Sorry, refresh my memory again.
The character witnesses?
Right. And yes, character witnesses are extremely important. This is ultimately going to be down to who has the more convincing story, who seems more trustworthy, who seems to be telling the truth, who seems to be in the right, shall we say. So, if you have people who can say that you are good people and you had no ill intentions, that sort of thing, then absolutely those would be crucial.
We know somebody and we can organize that person in addition to people who are local, but he would need about, that's why I asked about the timing. He would need about 2 to 3 weeks to arrive here because he's out of the sphere at the moment.
So you're talking about Hegemus, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
I was thinking about that, and I think it would take about a week for him to get to the sphere wall, 2 weeks to go through the flow, and another week to get to Bral, give or take. So you're actually looking at a month.
A month. So she tells that to the lawyer. She says he's a very good witness and he knows us inside out and he was with us for a long time, but
he was
isn't
the former
anymore.
captain of our company.
Well, it is unlikely that a delay predicated on getting that person here would be granted. But you can certainly make the motion.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to see about looking into more character then and our own looking.
I can't really hear you. Are you focused away from your microphone?
No, I was. It was a little bit away from my face.
Oh, okay.
I was saying. I guess we'll look into character witnesses and seeing what else we can gather on our end.
What do you know about the case so far, about this Bral Faldric?
Well, we know we have an idea of at least 3 of the things that he's against us on. One of them is when we were looking into when we were doing an investigation on a mechanical scaver that had been attacking ships near Bral. We were chasing after something, and Lafdul had thrown his sword to try to knock the thing we were chasing out of the air as we were jumping across the rooftops. And he missed, and the pommel of the sword hit him, hit the opposition on the top of the head.
We verified this via a time pool magic. It just showed the event as it played out.
Another time was when a couple of us were in an inn testing out, doing some identification on some magic items, and we had activated a collapsible boat that exploded through the roof of the inn, and a roof tile hit him on top of the head as he was walking by the inn.
It ruined a very important meeting for him, apparently.
And the third was when we had recently come back after being lost in wild space for about 1 to 2 years, and had to offload a supply of gemstones to help pay our crew who had been with us throughout that trip. And that had crashed the gem economy right as the opposition had arrived to sell gems of his own.
So he is convinced that we go out of our way to cause problems for him. So our defense is trying to mitigate we had good intentions, I guess.
Our best defense is that we're trying to characterize this as accidents in the course of us doing things, and we had no idea he even existed in the first place. So we can't have malice against him.
So basically, your position is going to be that the events happened, but not as he described them, not with malice.
Yes.
And there's no way that you can argue that these events didn't happen, that he's lying.
Well, we were fined for the sword incident, and I think we also got in trouble for the boat incident.
Yeah, we had to pay for the shop being repaired. We can mention some dates if the lawyer may have heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
Because news around town, an exploding boat or something, that gets around.
Right, especially considering that it was right here.
It's a situation where the events happened, but it wasn't on purpose, and we had no malice towards him.
Obviously, yeah, we adopted that.
Yes, that is going to make the case tougher, since you will not be able to dispute the truth of the events, at least on the facts. Yes, that would definitely make character witnesses much more important. If you know anyone who can speak to what your goals were, then that would be extremely beneficial.
Well, the plan was, we were getting people involved. Who were we? We were involved with the lower magistrate, with the Scaver, right? Or who hired us for that?
You were hired by House Calhane.
Yeah. We've reset the House Calhane, right?
I think you visited her.
Oh,
mention
Braxon or Solas, one of them did.
Yeah.
Braxon visited. I think he visited one of her assistants, who said she was away and they would help.
I think it was the secretary.
No, sorry, that was someone else. Yeah.
I'll mention House Calhane, since we were working with them on the Scaver incident.
Yes, we've worked with them on occasion.
We were planning to get someone from them as a character witness. With the gym situation, we were going to get members of our previous crews that we were having to pay so that they can corroborate why we were doing the gym selling.
That might be good depending on the assortment of low city jurors. However, if there is a number of high city jurors, common sailors would probably not work in your favor. But that is something to consider after the jury is selected.
Yeah, it would. I was just thinking it would help prove the point that we were trying to pay our workers.
Nope, that's understandable. But we'll definitely focus on that once we see the makeup of the jury.
I'm not sure who we can get involved with the ship incident.
The what incident?
The boat incident where we had a boat suddenly grow out of a place. I'm not sure who we can get for our character witness for that.
That was post something. I can't remember what it was.
That was after the Scourge of the Scaver. Because you got
we
the
got that as a
got,
reward from.
well, you got
the
you recovered the
gnomes.
boat from the gnome wizard. His items.
Oh,
I
I've got the
believe.
dagger actually from the gnome wizard still. That flaming ice dagger.
Yep.
I guess our best for that would be House Calhain as well, since they know us, and some of our other character witnesses that could, like from the Church of Tyr and stuff, to help
Oh,
prove
actually.
that we wouldn't have done it with malice.
So he
I
will
think
actually-
hold on real fast. So he will say like, given how you like, and I'm gonna assume that like Ockar is going into more detail than you, James, actually are.
Yeah, I'm
and
trying to
that's
go
fine.
into as much
Yeah.
detail as I can.
So from your description of that event, your best bet is to try to get like the owner of the inn to say, yeah, they goofed up, they reimbursed the inn for the damages, because that was literally just you activated the folding boat inside the building, and that was there's not a whole lot that you can do about that other than just say we goofed up, but we made it right with the inn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's probably our best bet. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll talk to the innkeeper about that one.
Now, one issue that you may face is that not everyone is going to be willing to come to the to speak. There, on such cases, there is no right to force them in to testify. You may need to compensate them for their time, but the plaintiffs can bring that up as a reason to not believe them. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Now, Lafdul and Braxon, you both had a question, I think?
Yeah, I forgot what my question was.
No, you covered it.
Okay.
You covered it. I was basically going to say that was a cock up. We're not going to get anyone to. We can't say, "Oh, we were trying to save lives" when we press the button.
No, it was. It's right on the tip of my head. No, I was. Oh, that was it. You know, when we were given ownership of the asteroid for the events surrounding that, were we give? I know the Prince Andrew won't collaborate this because obviously he stays out of anything to do with us. But did we have a piece of paper that says we have ownership of it? Because that's
Yes.
post the events.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we do have the deed. We do have this asteroid deed from the prince from when we had stopped this Gaber situation.
Yeah.
I mean, we can only use it to build up a story as to how things played out.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but that's a good thing to.
I'd mentioned it
bring
to
up.
the lawyer.
Yeah.
That we have a deed from the prince.
That's basically the point of this court case, to build a story.
Yeah.
So I'd mention it to the lawyer.
That's good. Keep that in mind. We may need to bring that up. That will certainly show that you have done work to benefit the prince and his administration, solved issues facing the people of Bral. That would definitely be a good thing to bring up. Good. Do you have any other similar things that you could bring up?
Did we get anything from the dwarves when we helped save the son from the slavers?
He was gonna.
Oh, they
be a
said
character
they were going to
with
get.
us.
Oh, yeah.
No, the dwarves said they'd get back to us today. So did they get back to us before?
I'd mentioned that we're getting a character witness from House Noberduk since we helped save the son from something.
About the gems.
That would go far. Arkan, I've had some dealings with him as well, and he is well respected on Bral. Sorry, what were you saying, Lafdul?
Let's say about the gems. Unfortunately, one of the Imperial officers that was with us, which is independent of our group, who we rescued when we were doing a bounty hunt for your cousin, Red Newald. We elaborate, you might have heard of him. where was I going with this?
He's no longer on Brawl, so you can't call him. Is that what you were
Yeah,
going?
yeah,
Yeah.
no. No, but he has ties with the Elven Imperial Navy that we. How would I say? We have ties with the Elven Imperial Navy that when we were gone, and obviously we can explain our journey back. We said we went through various spheres, and we connected up a few spheres. We helped in the Stalingrad War, and where am I going?
We've done work with the Elven Imperial Navy, including when we were lost in wild space. They can help vouch for us too, but we'd have to ask if they would be willing to have someone there as a witness.
They also said that they'll let you know today.
Yeah, they're going to let us know today, just like House Noberduck.
Solas already asked the Elven Imperial Navy.
Well, no, I'm saying they're going to let us know their answer today, just like House Noberduck.
Yeah, but I pointed out that Solas asked previously.
I'm explaining to the lawyer.
Right. So yeah, you're just
we should do.
you're just outlining some people who you're waiting on responses from. All right. So he will say anyone that you do confirm will be willing to speak. Please do send a runner to me here to let me know so that I can keep a running list. Make sure that any such things are formalized. I'll have an associate speak with them when we have more information to prepare the visit, their testimony, and everything like that.
Did we get a confirmation from the people in Xiaotown?
No, because Mashta is, I believe I said that he was off the... Did I say that?
Yeah, that's the one.
Weren't they sending a servant?
Hang on. Muster's away, and he's Major Domo is going to speak for us.
Right, secretary, not Major Domo.
Servant. Yeah, the Major Domo is going to speak.
I'll mention secretary. That. Secretary.
Okay.
I'll mention that the secretary from them is going to help us.
Okay.
As a character witness, since we can get the main guy.
I
think to that effect.
Real fast. Yeah, go ahead. Actually.
If he gets questioned about the event, and obviously he gives a statement in the courtroom as a matter of course, well, the questioned individual who it revolves around, i.e. the daughter who was possessed at the time, would she be asked to go in, to collaborate in this, I guess? Because we're not directly asking her, but we're asking an associate of her who would, by extension, be asked to verify the story.
So he will tell you that the plaintiff has the right to call people like for rebuttal purposes and stuff like that, and the plaintiff will, in that case, be able to compel people to come in. But depending on what's said, the lawyer cannot predict how that is going to go at all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that's just about everyone I can think of right now that we've talked to.
Yeah,
so
and
far.
I think I may have been mixing up Mashta and Calhane about when said that Calhane was away. I'm not sure if that was the case.
Because I don't remember Calhane being away. I remember Mashta being away, but not Calhane.
Yeah, Mashta was away. Calhane, I think, wasn't Braxon went to Calhane. I think it might have been lots of us.
All right. Since I do not remember
that
Go ahead.
I remember that I visited Calhane early on to ask about the merchant Faldoric that sued us. And I think I mentioned about potentially them being character witnesses for us.
Do you remember what I said about that?
You talked with Calhane directly.
No, it was secretary.
Okay, so you'll need to go back and talk to them to find out if they're willing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the secretary was pretty open and friendly.
All right. Any other questions that you have for the lawyer? Okay. So he will say to you that he will also send someone to visit Holstroy and Gavich, ask if there is a current settlement offer that they're looking for. And this is more of an unofficial thing because it is generally more the case that or not necessarily a settlement, but like what are they looking for? Like what can be done to make this go away? And obviously, like no matter what, you don't have to act on that. It is more for just so that you get that information. It is entirely possible he lets you know that it's entirely possible that the plaintiff is going to be like, absolutely nothing. I am not dropping this whatsoever. So that is a possibility. But you'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But he does ask you what you would be willing to, like, what they can offer as well to make it go away, either officially or unofficially. And and these can be different things. Like,
I mean, we've got no idea how much. Yeah, we've got no basis to make an offer.
So he will say that based on what he can see in the document, and what his experience is with past similar types of lawsuits, he is guessing that the plaintiff basically wants to bankrupt you.
Mm.
So if everything goes his way, you will lose everything. Is what his kind of clear-eyed statement of worst case scenario is. So that is your worst case scenario. Based on what he knows right now, given the best case scenario, he thinks that you'll still have to pay something, but it would not be like if everything goes your way, and it's this incident that is the key here, because he has suffered harm, and the best case scenario he thinks is that you will be found, not liable per se, but still need to give some compensation, but it wouldn't be particularly large. And that will depend a lot on what other events there are in question.
Lever asks, when you say not particularly large, what range are we talking about here? 10,000, 100,000, 5,000?
Looking at 500 to 1,000 for any incident in which you clearly caused harm in which you didn't need to. And he's not sure on, how many of these events are going to be the case, but so he's looking at the incident and probably the sword hitting him in the head. Given the long-term effects of the, like he's alleging that this has happened over a long period of time.
Well, we certainly would be prepared to take over his medical bills. I would assume, looking at the others, she says.
I mean, yes, if we have to.
Have to, considering we caused it, or
I mean, if he's willing
to
what I meant to say was, if he's willing to accept us covering his medical bills as compensation
for...
Well, those events happened years ago.
Okay, well, I mean, paying it back, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean...
If he's willing to... I mean, if the court's willing to accept that, that's good. Maybe some extra compensation on top of that, but not enough to bankrupt us, no.
So basically, like, the lawyer, from what you've described, and he'll say, I mean, like, he'll say that obviously the best case scenario is that everything is dismissed as him having no case, but he doesn't see that very likely, given this incident in particular.
Yeah.
And the fact that one of your members threw a sword at something and it fell down and hit him. So he would say that given those two, there could be seen a pattern of negligence on your part, in which case a small recompense could be, levied against you. But he's looking at 500 to 1,000 per incident, and without knowing all of the incidents in question, he can't say how much that would actually be total. But that would be like the most likely best case scenario of them not finding, in your favor fully.
Also, Lewa turns around to the lawyer and says, "Don't you think it's weird that there's this person who is always, every single time when something like this happens, in the wrong place?"
Well, you only know of 3 incidents.
Yeah, okay, but 3 incidents is still 3 too many.
Well, 2 incidents. One was just really coincidental.
Well, that is going to work in his favor. It is going to definitely stretch the imagination, and short of some explanation, if anyone feels that this is too coincidental to be real, then short of some other explanation that they can be given, some sort of malicious intent on your part might be seen.
Okay, but I mean we don't know this person from Bar of Soap. It's totally unknown to us until he came and served us.
I mean, but you would say that even if you did know him.
No, even if I did know him, I would say so.
He's a paladin. He would not lie.
But again, just because someone says they're a paladin, they have this oath of honor, doesn't necessarily mean that they do in fact have that. Someone could lie about that sort of thing. That is what you're facing here.
True. That's why I'm bringing in my church as a character witness for that.
So it is going to boil down to your individual appearance and how it is argued.
We'll just have to do our best and get as many people on our side as we can.
But given the fact that he is very likely wanting to bankrupt you if he gets his best case scenario, is there an offer that you'd be willing to put on the table for him?
How about 1,000 gold?
No, I think our best offer at the moment is maybe... We only know of 3 incidents so far, and you said it's like 500 to 1,000 a piece. You'd think?
Yeah, yes. You're right.
Then
even 10,000.
3,000, 10,000.
I don't even think 10,000 is enough. Considering we own a ship, we own an adventuring company, we destroyed the market in every other market. He knows we've got lots of money. Even 10,000 won't even cut it.
Look, here's the thing. I don't think he can get us on the gym thing unless we really mess that up. I think that a good offer right now would be somewhere between 5,000 to 10,000.
No, if we were told between 500 and 1,000, we should start at 1,500 and then work up.
Yeah, let's start at 1,000.
You don't negotiate your way down. You start low and you work up.
Yeah, let's start at 1,500 and go from there.
Right, but keep in mind that that amount was more along the lines of if everything goes well in your favor, short of them just saying that the guy has no case, the jury or the concilium.
That's just compensating him for.
Yeah, and that's like, you would understand that as it's like you'd go in to buy a car and they're like, we're opening with $20,000 for the car, and you're like, well, okay, then my opening is $1,000 for the car. Kind of, they might take it, but
then maybe 4,000 would be a good opening offer, depending on how many charges there are.
I mean, again, you don't have to make an offer. He's just asking if you want to say we want to wait and find more information before we make an offer. That's fine too.
Yeah, I'll say this.
Hold off one day.
Let's hold off.
You can just say that you're holding off until you get more information.
Yeah, let's hold off until we get more information. That's what we'll say to the lawyer.
I mean, there's no guarantee that my magic will work, but
yeah.
But he does say that he'll go talk to the lawyers and see what the lawyers think he might accept, kind of thing.
Okay.
And again, that's not like, that's going to be based on what the lawyers think, not from any kind of conversation that the lawyers would have. He'd tell you, he'd be like, this is more of an experience between, in similar cases and stuff like that. All right. Any other questions that you would have had?
Not on my end.
Braxon, Leva, Lafdul?
No. I'm sure there will be more questions, but for the moment, no.
Okay.
No, I can't think of anything at the moment.
All right. So, your meeting would have been 3 hours so far. So that's what you'd be. That's what you're looking at as your charge. So
one question.
Mm-hmm.
There is one question. That is, do we pay you a retainer per day or something?
Actually, yeah, that's a good thing that I didn't even think of. The retainer will be 500 gold.
Per day?
No, 500 gold, period. And
okay.
That'll be deducted from whatever the final costs are.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I don't see any net gain out of this little shtick that's going on. There's like,
what do you mean?
What do we do? Rob him to get our money back? This is just a net loss for our company.
It's Ald's
no matter what happens.
It's Ald's way of draining our immense fun.
I mean, there is that, but again, like,
it's like two
the lawyer
left.
doesn't think there's much of a chance that everything would be ruled in your favor. But
hopefully,
there are things you could do to try and push that more in your favor. Lafdul, again, without the rest of the party's knowledge, has already planning to try to get 2 people on your side in the jury pool. You could try more things.
Right.
Again, there's other things that you could do to try and like, you could charm him and say, "Hey, we're really your friend." I'm just saying. Like, there's a lot of things you could try to do.
I if I was playing a bard, I would do that, but no. Okay. I guess that's everything at the lawyer then.
Yeah, I just get him in the office with his lawyer at the same time. I happen to have inverted ethics on him. We had a small talk, yeah, you're going to drop the case. We'll give you some money. You'll be fine with it, right? Yeah, all right, just sign there.
Will that make him chaotic neutral?
No, but it's like, if he's intent on bankrupting us, what's the opposite? Threatening to, just pay for my grievances and I'll be all right.
But inverted ethics changes his alignments as well, so he'd be chaotic neutral then, just like you.
We don't know that he's trying to do that. The lawyer said in the best case for him, they would try to do that. Because that's probably what the other lawyer advises him to do.
But
I mean, charm magic is a thing. It's
They probably have ways to detect for that at the courthouse.
probably.
No
Unless
magic
there is
allowed at the
some.
courthouse.
So, the lawyer could.
Well-
Okay, that's actually something that the lawyer would bring up. Is that again, there's no spell casting in the courtroom, except by authorized people brought in by the magistrate themselves. You can make requests. It is too expensive on a everyday basis to like always have people coming in and using spells to check these things. And there is like if you cast detect magic and say, yeah, this guy is radiating magic, there is no way for them to verify that you are telling the truth. And that is one of the reasons why there is no spell casting in the courtroom. Plus,
Fair
you
enough.
could say, I'm casting detect magic, and you actually cast charm person instead. Again, there's no way to verify that kind of thing. So, spellcasting in the magistrate is completely forbidden. If you want to request something, the lawyer will tell you that you have to pay it, which would actually come through the lawyer. The lawyer will pay it, and that'll be one of the expenses. And they'll bring in an official licensed spellcaster who is sworn in and blah blah blah, and they have a relationship, so there's no real reason for them to lie to cast such a spell and stuff like that. So now you would be able to reasonably think, and the lawyer is not going to mention this, but if you have a way to subtly cast a spell or use a magic item that has no obvious effect, you could use some of these things to like do divinations and figure something out. You wouldn't be able to use it in the courtroom, like the aforementioned detect magic thing. You wouldn't be able to use it in the courtroom, but you could use it outside of the courtroom.
Yeah.
But if you want to find out if the guy is telling the truth, if you want to detect lie spell cast, that kind of thing, or if you want someone else to do that, then you will have to make a formal request through the magistrate to have that kind of thing done. And that's not cheap, he will tell you.
And we're already paying a lot for a lawyer. Okay.
Yeah, which we, for the most part, we don't have to pay for that much of this because we all know most of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So keep those things in mind for how you want to handle things both before and during the event.
Does that also apply to like granted powers or class abilities?
So the magistrate doesn't
Obvious
make
magic.
any distinction. However, it's all based on what it appears to be.
Like, would I get in trouble if I was just staring at the guy with detective intent because it's not visual? I'm just staring at him.
I might ask you to stop staring.
I'd ask
At
the lawyer
best.
if I were to look at the guy with like my detective intent ability, just staring at the guy for a while, would that cause problems?
So the lawyer would recommend against it just to avoid any problems. However, you would be aware that other than staring at someone intently, there's no, like, you don't have to wave your arms around, you don't have to speak, there's no other visual sign of you doing anything. So the lawyer is just making a flat recommendation, don't do anything.
Okay.
But you would also, gather that that's basically what he's always going to do. He's, don't take any risks, don't do these things. But if you have something that you can do that has no obvious effect, that is up to you whether you want to take that risk. That's me, the dungeon master, saying this.
Right.
Every one of my spells are all variable. So that's a big problem.
How about your granted powers?
Oh no, they're not variable. I just got a point of gesture or something.
That might be a problem.
Or look in a direction.
Okay. Well,
No, it's because my holy symbol changes, so I could have like a tie or something. Oh, like this, my holy symbol and the tie. I'm just playing around with my tie.
well,
As I cast a spell, but as I'm still chanting a spell, so
that's all for me then.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, the problem is if you're caught, then it gets even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you probably stole that tie.
Oh, hang on. No, that's just a tie. I don't have to say it's Mohani symbol. I just say it's just a tie.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, if
Sure.
you're caught casting spells and the sanctioned
Yeah, I
spell,
know.
And
That's why I
since,
wasn't going to, because everything's variable.
since we're talking about ties, a question to Old.
Mm-hmm.
The Lara has a medallion of ESP.
Mm-hmm.
If she were to give that to Finn, could and he changes shape, can he still use the medallion? Is it still active?
No.
No, it's an active use.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to like hold it or anything like that, but it's basically only protection stuff that I'll let work in animal form.
What a pity.
Like
But she could change shape in. Well, she could make herself unrecognizable and follow him around for a bit. Correct?
Yeah.
Having that thing active.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, like the lawyer will also tell you that he's going to recommend as a blanket statement. You know, obviously you haven't you didn't say that you were bringing this up with him, but the lawyer is going to recommend that any communications that you want to have with any contact you want to have with the plaintiff, do it through the lawyers.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Sounds reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, you did not bring that up with the lawyer. You were asking me, the dungeon master, then.
Yes. But I mean, Leva doesn't want any contact with him. She just wants to follow him around for a while, seeing whether he actually had that.
Following the guy around would be considered contact for this.
Yeah.
This case.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, like he's just giving you a blanket warning of, avoid that. All of these things are whether you're willing to take risks and stuff like that.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So, Leva, you will go meet with Solas to continue with Solas's tavern travels. What is everyone else doing? We'll start with Braxon after that.
Oh, okay. Braxon will go check in with the people that said they were getting back to us. Were they going to send messages?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so they'd send messages to our office, I guess.
Yeah.
You might want to go check in with Laurent, the guy that we said we'd come back to and ask.
I'd probably go with Braxon if you'd allow the company.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome to.
Yeah, just so I know who I'm.
I don't know who you said to check in on, James.
Hularon.
What were we doing with Hularon? Did I meet Hularon?
Solas met with Hularon, right? But we didn't confirm if he was going to, if we wanted him to be a character witness for us or not. Right?
Well, if Solas is dealing with that.
Solas is doing another thing. I thought you might want to go take care of this today along with the other stuff.
I don't know I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do.
Okay.
You can do that, or we can go with that together. Yeah. I'm going to go to the office and see if either of those people have said they're going to help us.
Okay. So Lafdul's going to go with you, Braxon. Ockar, how about you?
I still was into before we met with lawyers.
Sorry, you got very robotic there. What were you saying?
I said I was gonna go check in on the Squire thing.
Right, that's right.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what to do about Hularon business.
Refresh my memory on who that is, please.
It was the I might have gotten the name wrong, but it was the guy that we talked to about the whole scaver business.
That was House Culane.
Culane, that's who I meant. I meant Culane.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we need to talk to Culane.
Yeah, Braxon can go there after we've gone to our office. We do
That's
our
who I meant to say.
Okay. And Anghammarand is given a reroll for Lafdul. He may have hit the guy on the head with a roof tile last week. He needs all the help he can get.
Thank you, I guess.
Can we?
Did it miss him?
No, it
Can
no,
we-
yeah, it did
no,
just
it
miss him.
hit
It
him
did
on
just
the
miss him.
Can
Yeah,
we
it
do?
missed. I thought it hit him.
It
Can we
missed.
do? Can we do retroactive rerolls for Lafdul's sword to miss the guy,
No.
and thus avoid the entire lawsuit?
Sadly, no.
No.
Sadly, no.
So no Chronomancer crossover.
I mean,
No.
like if you find a way to go back in time and change that event, then maybe. But again, like if that's how you want to handle this and you want to figure out some way to do that, I'm game.
If I knew how to do that,
Find
I'd
a
be like,
Chronomancer.
yeah, I'd be like, yeah, we'll go back and we'll just catch the sword.
Well, the thing is, you could cast like modify memory and stuff if people had
No, that's
access
fine.
to that
That's
spell.
fine.
You
No,
know.
that's fine. That's fine. This yeah.
There are wizard spells that do the same thing.
Yeah, sorry. So we went back to the office and they said,
All right, so you get back to find out if anyone has sent you messages. Ekith Nobraduk has sent you a message, and the Elven Imperial Navy has sent a message. But since Solas is the one who went to talk to the IEN, they're going to be expecting Solas.
That's fine. We can find Solas at some point.
right.
All right.
You know what? I'll pay like an Electrum, find a kid, say go find Solas, say he's got a message. I'll give a description of what Solas looks like, and I'll say an approximation at various taverns to say that he's got a message at the what do we call it? Our shop, our charter house, our
Office.
What? Office. And I think an Electrum piece is pretty generous, so.
It is, but since you're not telling him to go to this specific place, you're just like saying go check all the taverns kind of thing. Kid's
Gold piece.
probably gonna get bored and pocket that coin.
Well, did Solas say which tavern he was going to first?
At least an area.
Well, he and Leva were meeting up someplace, but that would probably be like Leva probably would have gone there right from the lawyers.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't know.
Solas can always talk to the Imperial Navy tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solas is gonna be like the 10 cups down. I'll talk to the Elven Imperial Navy now. Got enough Dutch courage, as they say.
All right. Well,
Yeah, Solas isn't really drinking while he's doing this.
Lafdul could always disguise himself as Solas. Hello, I'm Solas.
No.
I got your message.
I'm not there.
Oh, Braxon, I swear you're missing out on not playing Mischiefmaker.
we're all missing out on him not playing a Tinker Gnome, though. Really, that's the
Yeah,
that's
we
what
are.
it is.
We are. Yeah, that's what's happening.
And we are all
Braxton
thankful for
dies.
that.
It is.
That's-
I think this is a good time to take our break. We'll be
Okay.
back in about 10 minutes to continue on the afternoon, see what everyone else gets up to. Good time to stretch your legs, get something to drink, and we will be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. See you shortly.
See you on the other side.